happy Monday, happy week of Thanksgiving. And in giving thanks, I'm gonna do a stability ball workout with my new stability ball. I got another stability ball after my cats killed the other one. So I got this cover for my stability ball, and it's a child's cover because I thought, let's have some fun, because life is too short. Take things too seriously. That said, we are going to do a 20-minute workout with that stability ball, 6 movements, 2 times through, and then a bonus move to finish. We have a short warm-up, about 4 minutes, and a shorter cool down, about 3 minutes. We're going to warm up without the ball, and then we'll get going into our circuit of 6. All right, everybody, let's hit play on our playlist in 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to make our way over to our mat right about now. So I like to have fun with this playlist because I thought, hey, it's the week of Thanksgiving. A lot of us have it off. I do not. Hence the workout that's happening right now. Bring the feet nice and wide apart. Reach up. Big inhale. Exhale, sweep the arms down. Let's do it again. Big inhale. Soften those knees. Exhale, pull. Last one here. Big inhale. We're going for a hamstring curl right away. Let's do it. It's ow. I just outed because it's in the music. No shame, I'm super cheesy. You know what, sometimes you just gotta own that. I'm not a cool kid, it's fine. Good, give you 4, 3, 2, feet plant. Let's reach overhead, reach and switch. Music is a little fast for my reaches. Feel free to slow it down. Or feel free to split it up if you want. Let's go one more time. Both arms. Go for a twist and pivot. Twist and pivot. Good, so I'm twisting my torso and I'm pivoting with my heels. Last one, both sides, let's jack. If I'm not jumping today, it's just gonna be a, half jack with the legs. Totally your call. We're just getting that heart rate up. Excellent. 8 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, feet plant. About shoulder width apart, hands on hips. Hinge, rise, arms reach forward. It's a squat down and squeeze. 3 more. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, squat. Exhale, squeeze. 2 more. Plant those feet. 1 more time on the hinge, and 1 more time on the squat. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to bring my feet wide apart, hips drive forward around the world, and reverse that around the world. 1 more time, both directions, and around in the other one. Beautiful. Step your feet together, bring the arms about 45 degrees down, open, and reach. So I'm drawing a little semicircle after our reverse fly. 2 more, just breaking up the erectors of the spine here. Last one, fly open, overhead reach. Beautiful. Place the hands on the mat, step your way back to plank. So the ball requires stability. So in my warm-up, I want to work stability, right? So I've got my feet about shoulder width apart. My hands are underneath my shoulders. We're going to go around the world. So it's right lift, left lift, right lift, left lift. 2 more. Right lift, left lift, right and left. Modification, I could be on the knees. Right lift, left lift, right lift, left lift. Mountain climb. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, knees down. Slide the hips forward, slide the heels forward. And we're gonna come on down to our backs. Last bit of our warm up here. Drive the elbows into the floor, drive the back into the floor, lift those hips up and articulate to lower. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release, last one. Exhale to lift up. Our warm up is over here. So take the arms over the chest, curl your way up to sit. We're gonna pick the ball up for some good mornings to get started. So let's grab that ball. place it between your palms, showing to this too on an angle. My arms reach over my head. I'm going to hinge. Ball stays over my head in the hinge. I squeeze to rise, and I set the ball back in front of my hips. Reach up, hinge forward, ball stays over that crown, and return. Good news, you see this 2 times. That is it. My feet are about jumping jack wide apart, showing this to you head on. I'm going to reach up, hinge forward, squeeze my seat, return the ball in front of my hips. Reach the ball over my crown, hinge forward. I'm fully aware that the ball comes out of the frame. So showing this to you again from another angle. I hinge, I squeeze, and I release. I got time for one more. I'm squeezing into the ball with my palms, so I'm feeling chest group, so that's nice. That's the last one. Okay, next exercise is a single leg squat. So I'm going to bring my ball off to the side, place the inner leg or inner calf, inner foot on the ball. Single leg squat. Now here's the deal. I'm on my right leg. So the next time I come around, I'm going to do the other side. Now if I want to make this a little more challenging, I'm going to bring those arms out into a T position, or maybe behind my ears. Right? When my hands are above my head, it automatically raises my heart rate. All of my weight is in the hip of my right. I've also got my right foot really firmly planted on the floor. I'm sinking my butt back first, then bending the knee. The next time we come through this, I will demonstrate this facing sideways. Beautiful. 9 more seconds on the squat, single leg balance. I could also use the chair for this too, by the way. Wouldn't be able to do the chair on the good mornings. That would be a little aggressive, if you know what I mean. All right, third exercise on the gamut. It is a cardio exercise, 30-30 split. I twist, my feet stay planted. This is one of my favorite cardio activities that's no impact. I'm feeling lots of movement through my ribs. I love it. So for me, I don't like to turn my whole head because it makes me a little dizzy. But if you want to turn your head, you can look to the back of the room. Good, give me 2 more seconds. Keep the feet planted, now it goes overhead. There's a little bend in those knees. Tap the hip, tap the outer hip. If you've ever taken a workout with me, it's one of my favorite movements is just get that overhead reach, pocket rainbow. So good for us. It's messing with my hairstyle today. I don't know if I want to call it a hairstyle. I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I don't really do my hair. I know you probably already picked up on that, but in case you didn't, that's what's up. Okay, take a seat on the ball. So once you're seated on the ball, bring your feet nice and wide apart. I would say jumping jack wide apart, bring the hands behind the ears. Excellent. Now from here, I'm going to take right elbow to left knee, and then left elbow to right knee. So a little bit of core work, a little bit of balance work. I could straighten the leg. She's fancy. Showing this to you from the side. My feet are nice and wide apart. Then I connect and return. I'm actually reaching my elbow and my knee to meet midway. I didn't plan this, but I'm realizing I'm wearing dark clothing with a very light ball. So that's a happy accident, as Bob Ross would say. Good. Sit up nice and tall every time you return. Take that erector and then around and extend. So I'm finding a little flexion and rotation through the spinal column. Excellent. 3 seconds. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to come on down to the floor for a single leg bridge. So, right heel on the ball. My head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to draw my elbows down into the floor. My left leg is in the sky. Okay, single leg bridge. Release. Extend to stretch that hamstring. Bring it back in. So hips on the floor, hips off the floor. Hips on the floor. Extend that ball to stretch that hamstring because it should feel pretty intense. Bring that knee underneath you. Lift. Release. We're halfway through this. So if you notice the ball moving on you, that's part of the work. Okay, so push that heel down. Lift and return. Then extend and bend. So if I'm using something that's not moving like a ball, maybe it's a chair instead or a stool, just do your hamstring stretch in the air. 3, 2, and 1. Good, grab the ball with your inner thighs and bring the ball to the ceiling. So I've got a nice 90-degree angle with my hips. Take the hands behind the head, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. I'm looking between the window of the legs. Squeeze the ball. I'm going to rotate it towards you, rotate it away from you. Return through the center, slowly release towards the floor. Doesn't have to be a big release. And then return. Twist, twist. Return through the middle, lower, and lift. I'm keeping this isometric curl. If it's bothering your neck, set your head down. It's all good, right? So I'm going to twist it towards the camera, twist it away from the camera. I'm squeezing those inner thighs. And then I lower, keeping the low back on the floor, and I lift. I've got 14 seconds. So I'm going to lift back up here. Maybe I release those arms. Maybe I can twist further. Ooh, fancy. Lower and lift. Okay, that's the end of the set. We get no break. So we're going right back around to the top of the work. It's the good morning. Let's do this. My feet are a little bit tighter in. Reach that ball over my crown, hinge, rise, and bring it back to the hips. Hinge, squeeze into that ball, squeeze into the seat. Return, showing this to you on a little bit of a profile here. On a bit of a profile. It's a lot of a profile because it's exactly a profile. Abs in tight. Say, for example, having the ball over the head is a lot on the shoulders. Maybe I bring it here. I do my hinge here. I return it right in front of the pelvis. Okay, do what you can, pain-free. And notice the difference between muscular pain and bone joint pain. We want muscular discomfort, for lack of a better term, but we don't want joint pain. That's not our goal today. All right, so now that ball's gonna go underneath the right foot. Single leg balance on the left, and then arms are gonna go behind the ears. Here we go. I squat down low and squeeze. So this foot is like a kickstand. I'm not putting much weight on it, on the ball. Most of my weight is staying to the side. I said I would show this to you profile, so now you've seen it frontal. Check it out. I'm gonna squat my hips back. How low can I sit? And I'm actually feeling a nice inner thigh stretch on my floating leg. So the first thing to crease is the hips, then the knee bends. And I've got my elbows out of my peripheral vision to engage through that mid-back. So if you feel like your ears are eating your shoulders, you could always hold your lower back instead, right? That's a great way to feel what's going on in the lumbar spine. This is your last squat, and then grab the ball. We're going for the twists. Showing this to you from the side, check it out. There's a soft bend in my knees. My feet are jumping jack wide apart. I'm squeezing the ball between my palms. Wow, Mandy, not a single push-up? You're not even gonna do plank with the ball under your foot? Nope, not today. And if you go back through my Patreon videos, you will see, we're all about to switch. You will see that we did that in a previous stability ball workout. So go ahead and grab that workout and do that variation. So showing this to you head on again. So here I am. Now from the side, this is what it looks like. My feet are planted. I'm going all the way to the outer hip. Perfect words for a perfect workout. To the hip hop, right? To my hips, to the hops. Oh wow. Hello, caution, white lady singing, LOL. That is your time. Go ahead and come on down to the floor. Here's the challenge. We get the single, lies. Seated leg, seated cross crunch. So how can I make it harder? I extend that knee in the connection. Wow, hugely different. Single leg balance. That's the only point of contact I have on the floor for this cross body crunch. I'm working abs, and I'm also working obliques. Good. Twist. Good. Sit up nice and tall every time you return. Woo. Nice. If you're starting to sweat, welcome to the party. You don't have to extend the knee, right? Maybe every one that you do, you're like, well, let's just test this out. We don't want to fall. That's not the goal. Beautiful. This is your last one. get the other side, and now we're on the floor. So last time I had my right foot on. This time I've got my left foot on. I get that hamstring stretch between each bridge. So the heel is on the ball. I lift, wow, I lower, I felt that. Extend and bend back in. Lift. I'm using my triceps for some stability, for some power to extend the hips off the ground. Push. Slow release. Extend to feel that deep stretch through that back leg. Single leg bridge. Mandy, how can I modify this? You could do double leg bridge. So both heels on the ball. I'll show one to you so you can see it. My heels are close together. My legs work as one. I lift my hips up. I release my hips and then I slide those legs long to feel that hamstring relief, okay? That was the variation to make it harder, or make it easier, I'm sorry. Now that's the end of the time. So that was kind of a nice little detour. All right, so feet flexed and pushing into that ball. Interlace the hands, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, elbows in your peripheral. I twist the ball to you. I twist it away. I return through the center. I release about 45 degrees, or as much as your low back will allow. So if you feel yourself peeling off the mat in that lower back, don't go that far. Keep the integrity of the abdominal wall. So I'm scooping that navel. I'm looking between the knees. Twist to you, twist away, come back, release, and return. I feel inner thighs. I feel abdominals. Oh my gosh, I kind of feel a lot of different stuff. So it's okay. I only have 8 more seconds. I said that late too. Woo. I almost lost my ball, right? That's part of the work. That is your time. Okay, good news. We've got a bonus piece of work and it's super fun. Don't let this scare you. We're gonna balance on the ball. So I'm gonna back myself up. I'm gonna take my hands to the ball, bring my knees to the ball. Once I've got my knees on the ball, I release my feet from the floor, and now I'm balancing on my knees and my hands. I'm gonna hook my feet and lift up to my balance. And listen, it's not gonna be perfect. You're gonna watch me come off the ball maybe, maybe not. I mean, I'm not to brag, but I'm pretty good at this because I've done it a million times. So showing it to you profile, I'm squeezing into the ball with my feet. I'm trying to flex my toes. And my arms are out to my sides and I'm just trying to find my balance for the last 12 seconds. If I've got my balance and my hips are high, I could start to play with the arms. Maybe I add a little torso twist. Maybe I add a little overhead reach. And that's it, that's your time. We're done with the ball. Although we're gonna stretch on the ball. So keep the ball if you've got it and go ahead and take a seat on it. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna slide the hips forward, open the chest. This is one of my favorite stretches of all time when I have a ball. And start to extend the legs. So watch your hair, if you've got your hair down, extend those legs and feel that stretch through the anterior chain. We'll spend a little time here. This is one of my favorites because you're kind of getting everything in the front. Let the head just rest back. Beautiful. About 5 more seconds here. Oh my gosh, that feels nice. Okay, slowly bring the hips towards the floor, curl yourself up. Excellent, and we're gonna take the ball to our hands. You're welcome for this cool down track. I had this tape. And then I think I went out and bought the CD because I wanted the CD. So, but my car had a tape player. Plug your shoulders in. All we're doing here is we're stretching the chest again, feeling a little bit of the lats, and then we're gonna start to rotate open. Now I'm gonna feel even more through the sideline of the body on this side facing you, and then over to the opposite side. Good. Come back to the center. We are done with the ball, so you can just slide it off to the side. Good. Come on down to all fours. We'll do one cat. Let's do 2 cat cows. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Really feel that nice extension and flexion through the spine. Maybe nod the head a little bit. One more time to inhale. Exhale to round. Awesome. Good. Now from here, I'm going to come through. Actually, I'm going to face you guys. I realize it makes more sense. Extend the right leg out to the side. So you're feeling that nice inner thigh stretch. And I'm going to shift my weight back. shift it forward, open up on the same side, wring out the wrist. And then we're gonna go for a twist, and we're gonna hold that twist. So I'm threading the needle, I'm reaching across towards that right side of the room. I think I called this my right. So now I'm reaching for my right with my left. Return through the center, bring that knee underneath you and switch your legs. So I've got that leg extended out to the side on the right, and then I'm gonna start to shift my weight back. Nice little inner thigh stretch, very gentle. Return through the center, and then I reach open, wring out the wrist of the right. And then we'll take that twist across to rest the side of the face. Nice little torso rotation. And then return through the center, bring the knees back underneath you. We'll take our final stretch, which is a full forward fold, reaching the arms over the head, big inhale. Exhale, round your spine and fold over the legs. That's it. That's all for the day. 20 minutes and done. I hope you had a great workout. That felt super energizing to me. Not every workout has to be tiring to the end. Can always make you feel like you're ready to jump start the day, and I definitely feel that way. I hope you do too. Comment about how you feel about these workouts, what you'd like to see happen. Mandy Miller Fitness on Instagram and YouTube, and of course our Patreon community. Love you guys, really mean it. Excellent job, and I will see you soon.